So we will begin by motivating our work. So this begins by observing what we did in previous works, which is studies the human arm strategy of manipulating cups with different levels of water. And now we want to work on observing the human gaze on manipulating cups. So what we did is that we acquired a data set. Humans hand over cups to each other and pick and place also cups with different levels of water, and they're interacting, and we're observing the human gaze throughout the interaction. And these are, after we segment the data set, here are the most relevant gaze fixations. And from handovers, we realize that the most predominant fixations are cup, on hand, and face other hand. What I did notice is that the fuller the cup is, the more time you spend looking at the cup, and the less time you spend fixating the face on the other hand, which are the visual cues. So then we learn Nichols-Taylor, which takes the gaze fixations and classifies into full, half full, and empty. Why do we take the Nichols-Taylor network? Because it's very easy to train, and it's very fast logarithmic approach, which saves a lot of trouble during online classification. We wanted to include this model into our gaze dialogue model, which takes gaze fixations from humans and tries to also classify if the human is performing a pick and place or a handover, and we extend this by including the Nichols-Taylor network in the handover and try to classify if the cup is empty, half full, or full. Now we're going to look at how the Nichols-Taylor network is performing without the robot included. And here we have the gaze fixations in real time and the output Nichols-Taylor network in all these different cases. And now we include the robot in the interaction. So here we have the gaze dialogue running as well as the Nichols-Taylor network. So in the gaze dialogues system, what it's doing in this case, which is a pick and place, is classifying a pick and place and also generating robot IQs, which is part of the gaze dialogue. And in the case of handover actions, the gaze dialogue classifies the handover, and the Nichols-Taylor classifies what type of cup is being handed over. So in this case, these are the gaze fixations for a handover of an empty cup. The gaze dialogue generates the robot's gaze cues and classifies the action. The Nichols-Taylor classifies the type of cup. So in this case, here we have a full cup, and again, the gaze dialogue is classifying as a handover, and the Nichols-Taylor classifies whether the cup is empty, half full, or full. And given that the fact that this is water we're dealing with, the robot wants to grasp the cup, but we don't let it because it's water.